After Party on the Power Trip Podcast Network.
And it is 9:01 on 5/19/2020. It's the Power Trip After Party. So here's what just happened at the end of the show. So Nordo,
penis measurement.
Yeah, no.
Oh.
But I might do that later. Because I'm going to guess, just like the rest of my fucking penis, I'm under average when it comes to circumference as well.
But you still might impress Zach and Rosen.
That's a great point.
2.5! Lexington Steel over there. Captain Circumference.
Well, no, when you guys both said that, I was like, and then you guys were emphatic about it. I'm like, they're really going to be embarrassed in a couple of seconds here.
By the way, that was the smartest play possible, and neither one of them picked up on that. If I would have just humbly been like, I mean, I don't know, I would guess the average is probably like 8 or 9, and then been floored, been like, only 4? Well, how am I supposed to know? I don't know.
You would literally,
right?
You would have heard Carly go,
yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't know. I don't really have anything much to judge it off of outside of myself. I'm going to guess 12.5.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like a can of pop in my pants.
We're talking circumference. It's like this freaking coffee mug.
Oh shit, man.
Anyway,
so as I'm walking out, Eric and Nordo and I were just kind of bull crapping like we always do in between shows, and he was talking about they're selling their home. Mm-hmm. And he said that they were down in the basement and he found food items because they're doing a thorough cleaning that he had no idea how the kids got the food in the basement to begin with, or how they he found something stuck to the side of the fireplace. He's like, how in the hell does that happen? And okay. So I said, dude, I got to tell you, I've only told this story once before because it embarrassed Alex so badly, and I promised I wouldn't do it again. But the truth of the matter is, Alex was an only child for the first 8 years of his life, but he really wanted bunk beds, and so we got him bunk beds, and almost he was in a regular bed for maybe a year, and then he went straight into the bunk beds because he wanted to sleep on the upper bunk.
Yeah.
When we finally got rid of the bunk beds and moved them away from the wall, the entire wall beside his bed was covered in boogers. And he had just wiped boogers on the wall, and it was like a cave. It was like stalagmites and stalactites, right? And I remember sliding it away and him being like, "Yeah, I don't fucking know, Dad. I'm not sure why I was such a weird kid, but I was. This is disgusting, and I admit it, right?" So, and I can't wait to hear your story, Zach. But hold on, because Norda goes like this. He goes, "Yep," and I go, "What?" And he goes, "Yep." He said, I cost my mom a security deposit because they couldn't get the stains from my boogers off the wall of the house. I was like, thank God that I can tell Alex now that he doesn't have to continue with the therapy. He wasn't the only one
wiping boogers
who
on
wiped
your
boogers
own
on his wall.
So we had a room at my back before I moved into my current place that we had a TV, a computer. We called it the computer room back when that was a thing.
Yeah, sure. Mm-hmm.
And there's a couch, TV. And I would sit on the couch as a kid, probably 3rd, 4th grade at my oldest, but mainly 1st and 2nd. Pick my nose, and on the side of the couch.
Oh, my God.
And there must have been 2-3 years worth of boogers on the side of that thing.
Oh, my God.
And I've never actually heard of other people that have done this. So, in a way, this is a nice coming out party for those of us who are disgusting people.
Corey, do you have a booger story? I don't personally have one.
I definitely do not.
Wow, that's disgusting, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's terrible.
And
Did you know they were building up?
Yeah.
Well,
you didn't care. At the time, you didn't care.
It was
he was
too
a kid.
Fucking convenient.
But did you think in the back? If you can remember back, did you think at some point I'm gonna eliminate all this before somebody else finds it? I'll just get rid of it all in one swoop instead of going to the garbage can every time.
A leather couch. It was like I don't know. It was a very a softer material.
Oh, good.
So it just blended in.
Absorbed.
Great.
Perfect.
Stuck in there, and unless you went in there and actually looked, because there's
that's disgusting.
Yeah.
That's terrible. Do they still have that couch?
No, God, no. That thing is long gone. I hope.
Wonder why.
Oh my God. And I never told them, so they're gonna find out in this podcast. Hi, Mom and
What do
Dad.
you think the circumference was of the biggest booger you ever put on the side of that?
Gross.
Yeah, that's pretty grody, man.
Man.
You know, I think just because I guess we lived in the country. I don't even know where this came from, and to be honest with you, don't even know it's true. But I know the reason I have never been a booger picker. Who are you? Is because I learned like as a little kid, and I'm sure this is not true. I'm thinking about this as I'm saying it, that like if you smelled poop and stuff like that, that's like made more boogers in your nose. And so like I didn't want to touch my boogers because I felt like I was touching like cow poop because we lived in the middle of nowhere in the country and there was cows and pigs everywhere. And so like that kept me from ever wanting to handle my boogers, let alone pick and eat the boog.
That's fair.
Thanks.
That's a very smart way of
I
looking
appreciate
at
it.
it.
Good way
Thank
to
you.
look at it.
Thank you. Yeah.
Don't know if the science behind it works
No,
out.
I don't
but
think it
who
does.
knows?
I don't know what boogers are made of, to be honest. I'm going to guess muke, but
Yeah.
I don't know for sure.
Well, it's to protect like your lungs from outside things. So if it,
Like coronavirus.
Right.
So really, boogers are the cure. Just eat your boogers.
well, don't eat them because
Yuck.
you're supposed
God.
to blow them.
Yeah. Whoa.
I'm not going to blow my boogers.
I'm booger.
Although Curtis Armstrong would love that.
By the way, there were some really good news stories I didn't get to this morning from science stuff.
Science!
Good science stuff.
Hey, great.
Do you have anything, Corey, at all?
Not really, no.
Yeah. Nothing?
No.
Okay.
So, well, let me bring up one serious note, but I'm asking this not to depress the room, but just to
Sure,
surely ask
please.
you. Today would have been my mom's 68th birthday.
Oh, dude, I'm so sorry. I
Which
had no idea.
It just sucks that she dies at the end of April, and then like 2 weeks later is Mother's Day. Like a week after that, it's her birthday. So it's like
Dude,
two
I'm so sorry.
immediate reminders that she's gone. So we're, as a family, like my brother and sister and their kids and whatever, we're all getting together for my mom's birthday today.
Right.
And my sister was like going to bring balloons, and my brother and I thought that was a little bit weird. It wasn't like, hey, let's have a party, but she just wanted to bring something.
Sure.
And my brother and I were on the phone last night, and he goes, I've never thought of celebrating a dead person's birthday. He's like, what's the protocol for this? And I go, dude, I have no idea. Because I'm not getting my dad there's no gifts involved.
Sure.
I'm not getting my dad a gift. I wasn't going to bring cupcakes or something. I have no idea. I told my brother, my plan was just to show up, and like the whole idea of just getting together was kind of to remember her. I'm like, I didn't know. Are we supposed to bring something? And Mark's like, I don't think so. And again, Courtney can do whatever she wants
Yeah,
to.
of course.
but
Yeah, right.
You guys ever been a part of a celebration on somebody's birthday when they're no longer with us? Because I haven't. So I hadn't thought of it until he called last night.
I mean, we had get-togethers, but not like, no, not necessarily like a party. You just go over, because it's
just
that
to hang
day.
out.
Yeah, right.
Just almost like just in honor of their day. It's like, let's get together and do something. Which, by the way, you'll love this, Chris. So my mom was that's the reason why I'm a gambler. My parents loved gambling. My mom loved Vegas. She went to Laughlin all the
yeah,
time.
right.
She crushed slot machines all up across the upper Midwest. She loved casinos. So one of my ideas for the future is like, we don't have to all stay over at a casino, but why don't we just go like dinner and casino every year?
Sure.
On her birthday, because that's what she would have probably wanted to do anyway.
Great idea.
Plus, it's an excuse for the rest of us
Hell
to gamble.
yeah, it is.
Well, that's not an option today. Of course, the casinos aren't open yet.
Right.
So Casino Day might be our honor, my mom's birthday celebration moving forward, but I don't know what the shit we're supposed to do today.
Yeah,
I had never thought of it.
I don't know. I mean, obviously, not telling you anything you don't know, but I guess if that makes your sister feel better, then that's cool, right?
100%. And that's what we said, too.
Yeah,
do whatever
right.
she wants.
Yeah, right.
I don't care.
I don't know. Wow, man.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And maybe time changes it, too, because it happened like 3 weeks ago, so that's a little bit different than if it had happened
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That
3
makes
years
sense.
ago or something. But,
Sure.
So maybe that's why she feels like it's weird to not do something for her. But I don't know.
Is your dad doing okay?
Yeah, he's doing all right.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's the new normal, right?
And I know this is
weird.
I'm not trying to be silly. I'm being honest. When the card rooms open up, that'll him a lot, don't you think?
Oh, for sure.
Give him something to do.
Yeah, it'll give him something to do.
Yeah, for sure.
He's trying to stay pretty active, but again, he's also just turned 82, so he's going to be one of those guys that until there's a vaccine, he's got to be extra careful because he's a healthy guy, but for 82, he's just in that high risk group.
Hell
He's
yeah.
got to be careful. So if the rest of the world moves on, that doesn't mean that he can. So I don't know what his reaction is going to be to card rooms opening because I know he wants to play cards, but I don't know how safe he's going to feel doing it. I don't know why they don't have online poker legalized in all 50 states. It would have crushed the last 3 months. We were talking about that with off-track betting.
Yeah.
If people could have been betting on horse races from home,
It would have been
legally for the
huge.
last couple of months. The handles would have been massive. Prize pools through the roof. Man,
Well-
I want to gamble so bad.
Yeah.
So bad.
I can't wait, man. I'm trying not to get too excited about it.
Should be soon, though.
Check this out. An experimental vaccine may help protect against coronavirus infection. Preliminary results from people in mice suggest 1 or 2 doses of an mRNA vaccine prod people's bodies to make as many or more antibodies against the coronavirus than those that are made from people who have had it and recovered. Moderna, based in Cambridge, Massachusetts, and the U.S. National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases work together and have come up with the vaccine, and they've used it on both humans and rats with great effectiveness right now. So that's good news.
Yeah. I hope.
Splinter's at high risk. He's an old fuck, right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and he's kind of human and rat, right?
Yeah.
I mean, high risk for him for sure.
Yeah, he's a mutant rat, right? So.
Yeah, I'm not that familiar, to be honest with you, with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I missed it.
So it's a rat and a bunch of turtles that stepped in some ooze in the sewer.
Oh.
So they're not technically humans. They just have human qualities like speaking English.
I thought maybe they mixed the two together and like
No.
them up or something.
They're just turtles that mutated and a rat that mutated.
Well, that changes everything.
It really does.
Yeah. I wasn't a huge fan. I don't know. But again, that wasn't really my age group.
That was, you were about 20. I was like 9 or 10 when the Ninja Turtles hit. So I was a massive fan.
Yeah.
And it didn't hurt that the cartoon was awesome, right? The action figures were badass.
Sure.
The video games in the late 80s, early 90s, like the stand-up arcade Ninja Turtle games, were legendary.
Yeah. I do remember seeing those.
The movies weren't great, but it was just so cool to see what they thought real Ninja Turtles were going to look like. Corey Feldman was one of the voices, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't he? I think he was Donatello. I don't remember the other 3 voices, but those were mostly awful, but tolerable enough to stomach him if you were a huge fan.
Where were you guys in regards to Transformers? I mean, obviously there was the movies and everything like that, but the toy when they were brand new, was that before your time?
I don't know if they were. I don't remember the timeline, but they were definitely around when I was younger.
Yeah.
I had Transformers, but I wasn't like huge into them.
Right.
I watched the cartoon with Optimus Prime. Like,
sure.
I remember that bit.
What about the Power Rangers?
Never got into them. That was like early 90s for me.
Okay, yeah, because that was my son.
I had moved on from that, so I missed the Power Rangers. But I think a lot of kids of the 90s were way into it. I just wasn't one of them. I never started. Every time I saw it, I thought it looked super cheesy and lame. So I never gave it a chance, and don't feel like I missed much. But a lot of kids did.
What about cockfighting?
Oh, like the birds?
Regardless. Because 6 people in Texas are in custody after a raid on a Fort Worth home led to the discovery of a cockfighting ring. Officers responded to the home on a noise disturbance, found 20 cars.
How big of birds are we talking here? Any idea what the circumference of these cocks is? Zach, you think about 2 inches?
2.5.
So they find 20 cars parked outside and a crowd in the backyard. Police say the entire scene was centered around a rooster fighting ring where at least 9 dead roosters were recovered. More than 40 birds were confiscated from the home. 6 people arrested. Cockfighting.
I don't get it.
Well, people need something to bet on, I guess.
You know what'd be sweet is if instead of keeping some of these animals in captivity, like dogs or birds, just to have them fight, right?
Yeah.
It'd be sweet if we could find a big enough stadium, like in the middle of Africa, to watch real animals in the wild fight, but then we can still bet on them. Like you see 2 hippos that are just ready to just fuck each other up.
Yeah, right.
And you're like, all right, sweet. All right,
Sure,
the one on the left is option A, the one on the left is option whatever, and you just quickly bet on which one wins.
Yeah. Because I've seen stuff like that on like National Geographic where like the tiger's right by the water and he wants to eat that buffalo, but here comes an alligator. He wants to eat that fucking buffalo
wins?
too. Right? Who wins?
So we bet on it.
Right.
Because it's really not about, roosters or dogs. We just like to gamble.
Yeah, I like to gamble. Yeah, it's gambling.
I think there's probably some people out there that really love the act of training dogs or roosters to fight to the death.
That's terrible.
Those people are fucked up.
Yeah.
Right? The rest of us just want to gamble.
Yeah, right.
So open the casinos, and then we don't have to worry about cockfighting or dogfighting.
Although roosters on the whole are dicks.
Those cocks are dicks.
They are, man.
Not just on the whole.
Yeah. Like they're like geese, fucking geese, man.
Geese fucking suck. God.
They do, man.
Chicken are so horrible in general that I'm going to go to Raising Cane's today and just laugh in their face.
Yeah, do your part.
As I just eat them all.
Do your part, man. Yeah. A Florida woman, and this may be a story that we kind of did on the air, but I have the rest of the story here. Florida woman is under arrest for trespassing at a local bar. Police say 32-year-old Audra Adams went to the Monkey Bar and Grill in India Atlantic and tried to kiss several people. Adams also reportedly called 911 several times to complain that people were not social distancing. Officers eventually showed up after Adams left the bar but refused to leave the parking lot. She's also charged with disorderly conduct. So I guess she went in, was pissed because people were too close to each other, and then said, you know what, screw you all, I'm going to kiss you. So she started kissing everybody.
Well, there's no way she's hot, right? Because if you're at a bar in Florida and some gal that's hot is trying to kiss you, you're just like, yeah, that's why I'm here.
It's on.
It's to hook up with chicks. And
Yeah.
if you're going to kiss me, then let's do this.
Yeah, right.
So if they were all saying no thank you,
Yeah,
and then
right.
she called the police, there's no way she's a 4.
Yeah, good point. Yeah. A West Virginia man in jail after killing his neighbor on Sunday, but he had a good reason. Mercer County Police say that Richard Ellison killed Benny Fouch because Lucifer told him to do it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is that going to hold up in court or not?
I just don't know, and I don't know if they've caught up with Lucifer. But I'm going to guess he's going to be like, I don't know what the hell the guy's talking about. I didn't say anything. I don't even know who this guy is. But I doubt that's going to work out for him.
Well, that's too bad.
Adults in the U.S. are reporting more happiness during the coronavirus pandemic. What? A study by Gallup shows less than half of them say they're worried most of the previous day, which is a drop from almost 60% from a month ago. The latest data recorded between April 27th and May 10th shows that Americans have less worry as some states begin to open up and ease stay-at-home restrictions. About 72% of those surveyed reported general happiness despite the fact that COVID-19 has ravaged the American population. Researchers say everyone's future emotional well-being may depend on what happens with the disease as more and more parts of the nation try to return to some type of normal. I'm going to guess, yeah.
I don't know. I'm bored, but I mean, I would
Yeah.
say I'm relatively happy, but I definitely think I'm less happy than I was pre-virus, right?
Right.
Pre-quarantine.
Sure.
Just because it's, I don't know, if all of us want to go gamble. We want to go to restaurants.
Yeah.
So I want to get a haircut that's not from my wife.
Right. Yeah.
So, yeah, otherwise, I'm still going to play Rocket League whether there is a quarantine or not.
Yeah.
I'd like to get out a little bit. Would you guys say you're less happy than you were 3 months ago?
For sure, yeah.
I definitely am.
In some ways, I mean, there are a couple of things that I think I was talking to Rosie or maybe you, Zach. I can't remember. No, it was John Bonus I was talking to this morning about we had band practice the other night, social distance, don't worry, because we're scheduled to play a gig here coming up in June that's going to be outdoors with all the guidelines in place and stuff like that. But we had, we're like, we haven't played a gig since New Year's Eve.
Sure.
So we maybe need to get together and practice. And on my way to practice, there was part of me that was like, I want to go back home. That's where the pizza's at.
That's where my quarantine is.
Yeah, right. So it's going to take me a while to get things stoked back up again. It really is. It's going to take me a while.
Yeah, no, I'm loving the fact that the traffic is, a minimum. There's a more relaxed feeling to the world that right now. I mean, for better or worse, I think, like you said, it's going to, be rough going from this back to that.
Yeah.
But I am looking forward to, concerts and sports and all that again. But God,
I want my freedom back.
this is nice too.
Yeah.
Freedom isn't free.
I just do hope that I can stick to my my goal of not being as consumed by it all as I was before this hit. Because, man, I was out of control. This is ridiculous. I couldn't find enough to do. I was like, there's got to be more to this life. There's got to be more. And, there doesn't have to be, I guess, right?
No, there's got to be less. You just
Right.
got to do what you love more, right?
Yeah, right. Right. And you
So
got to you
just
appreciate
gamble
what
more.
you've got as opposed to trying to accumulate more, I guess, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
Adam Sandler and LeBron James are teaming up for an upcoming Netflix basketball movie. The comedy legend will star in the James-produced Hustle, which follows an American basketball scout bringing an international player to the U.S. James's notable transition to the film industry is highlighted by his upcoming acting and producing role in Space Jam 2: A New Legacy.
I don't know. I don't know. I have zero interest in Space Jam 2. I have not seen Space Jam 1, but I don't care to. I highly doubt I will see the second one. You guys?
I have seen Space Jam the movie more than I've seen actual basketball games. I'm not kidding you. Alex loved it. We watched it over and over and over again. There was a time I could have quoted major parts of that movie.
Sure.
Let's see what else I got. I think that's it. Yeah. The restaurants, buffet restaurants are probably going to be dead. Oh,
yeah, I saw that in the prep service this morning as well. I haven't really thought of that. I guess those are the kind of things I'm very curious to see if the world ever goes back there.
Sure.
Because even if there's a vaccine, even if this is over with, I think places like buffets, this is the spotlight that this is kind of weird that we're all touching the same shit.
Yeah.
Even if it's not coronavirus, just germs in general. I think people are going to be just more aware of activities that we have that just swap garbage.
Yeah.
And that sucks because I freaking love Vegas breakfast buffets.
I know.
I would not feel great about them now, right? Like right now. Even though I would rush back to Vegas if they opened it up, if I could go play cards. Breakfast buffets would make me a little bit nervous because everybody's touching everything.
Sure.
But will that make me nervous in a year or two? I don't know. I would like to think, again, just that we all get back to normal at some point, and I can go grab a freaking roll off the top of a pile and not worried how many people have touched it.
Well, we never got back to normal after 9/11.
True.
So I don't think we'll ever get back to normal after this either. And maybe that's a good thing.
And it is weird because, again, we can go back, and Zach, you're probably too young to remember this super, super well, but it didn't take long to be like, well, yeah, you take your shoes off. You're at the airport.
Yeah.
Or, the extra TSA. Like, after the first couple of times of, I have to take my shoes off? This sucks. Now it's like, a lot of times I'll take my shoes off, and the guy will be like, oh, you don't have to do that today.
Right.
I'm like, oh, okay. Not a big deal. I was going to do it either way. You just move on. It's not that hard.
It's fascinating because you look at it, you go, holy shit, we could have just walked into the cockpit anytime we wanted.
Yeah.
How ridiculous is that that was even a possibility?
What were we thinking?
Yeah, right.
Why didn't more planes get hijacked?
Yeah, right.
Right.
All right. That'll do it for the day, guys.
Now I want breakfast. God dang it.
Yeah, a breakfast buffet. I want my own waffle making machine is what I want.
Yeah. The Kickstarter one?
Yeah.
The one that you could make your own waffle bricks and basically build Lego waffle houses. That I missed the window for that Kickstarter campaign, so now I have to wait for it to actually hit stores, which might be months and months and months and months.
Damn it.
Super good idea, though.
It really is.
I want one of those. Bad.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.